I was walking home from school that day. It was Friday, so of course I was a bit excited walking home from my school, until I walked upon a black and white stray cat. This cat looked up at me with its piercing green eyes. I looked around to see if nobody was looking, then kneeled down and started petting the beautiful creature. He purred along with my petting, then stopped to look at me once more. This cat looked like it hadn't eaten in a day. "Hey," I say in a whisper, "I got some food for you. Want some?" And with that, I searched through my backpack to find my lunch from earlier. I finally found my two bologna sandwiches, one with only 2 bites and another one that hadn't been eaten yet. I took a piece of bologna from one of the sandwiches and gave it to the hungry cat. He then took it from my hand and ate it right away. I giggled a bit, then took out the bologna from both sandwiches and set it on the ground. "Here you go, little guy. Goodbye." Finally walked home. Upon entering my home, I felt like someone or something was watching me. I turned around to see that same cat again. I was relieved it wasn't something else. He looked like he was begging for more food. "Gee, you're still hungry, aren't you?" I say, petting him once more. "Well, I hope your stomach is in the mood for some chicken." The cat happily meows. I laugh at his remark. The cat then looked like it was slightly grinning, a sort of evil grin. I backed away slowly until my back reached the door. I then nervously smile and say, "Okay, let me get you that chicken." I got the keys from the doormat, which is where my mom likes to hide them, and unlocked the door to my house. As I went inside my home, I right away got some pieces from the cooked chicken my mom saved for me during my weekend of being alone. I put some on a plate and went back out to give it to the cat. He stopped grinning to eat the meat that was set on the plate. When he was done, I picked up the plate and went into the kitchen and set it in the sink. I went back outside to see that the cat was slightly grinning again, this time looking like it was making a completely evil face, like he was plotting something. But what could he be plotting? What can he possibly do to me? Before I can gather any more thought, I saw that the cat was walking away from me, but still looking back at me with once again that evil grin. I shuddered a bit, then shut the door behind me and locked it. I stayed up a bit and did things like watch TV, surf the internet, texting my friend, and drawing pictures. It was already 11, and I was watching Adventure Time off of Dish TV. I was feeling a bit drowsy and started falling asleep. I started having a terrible nightmare that night. It took place of me waking up, but for some reason it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I tried turning on my lamp light in my bedroom but had no luck. The only source of light I could find was on my phone. I turned on the flashlight that was on my phone so I can see what was the problem with the power. I then stumbled upon what looked like the living room. I tried turning on the living room light, still no luck. I then heard a familiar meow. I turned around to see a black and what looks like red furred cat. It had glowing crimson red eyes that it looked like it was staring deep into my soul. It started grinning widely, this time showing teeth which looked like it had been stained in blood. I was so dumbfounded that I couldn't move. Before I could pull myself together, the cat then jumped onto me until I fell to the ground, hitting my head onto the hard floor really badly. He looked down on me, raised its sharp claws, getting ready to sink them into my flesh, and then slash! I woke up with a start. I looked around me and saw that everything was normal. It was daytime, the lights were on, and I accidentally left my TV on while I fell asleep. I then turned it off when I felt a really sharp pain on my right arm. I pulled up my pajama sleeve and saw a horrific sight. My arm had more than 2 dark bloody cuts on my skin. could have been from a nightmare? I thought. It really had my heart racing when I heard a meow from my right ear. I slowly turned my head to see that same cat from the nightmare sitting on my windowsill. Black and red fur, crimson red eyes, and last but not least, a grin. I sat there in shock once again, not able to move, until it spoke one simple sentence. I'm Grinny Cat, it spoke, and you'll be my next fresh meat.